Okay, so we're going to just shuffle for a few more cards here. Okay, let's see. Since I'm having a sense that there's a possibility of foul play, we're going to use this deck to see what may come up here. Anything else, Spirit? If not, we'll stop shuffling. Okay. So, a witness may not be fully disclosing all the facts, and that definitely feels very much true to this case, especially when I was looking at some of the cards that were describing like the defining characteristics of someone who knows, and the secretive card and all of that. So there is someone that perhaps may have already been interviewed or who will be interviewed who is not disclosing and purposely keeping information, holding information back. Important details are not being revealed to the public at this time, and that is a good thing. And I could think of some of those details. It could be maybe all the different contacts that are in his phone that, and the more recent phone conversations that are captured in his phone history or call history or text message history, his emails, that information. There's maybe surveillance that they haven't shared, or there could be other information that law enforcement hasn't conveyed yet, because that could help down the line with the interviews and investigation. A closer observation of the victim's living space may provide clues. So I know that he lives in his brother's home, I believe, or a brother's apartment. And so maybe he has a room there, and maybe there's important clues, some information that's in that room where he lives that has vital clues as to where he may have been going, or who he may have been planning to see, or who he's seen or been around, or who has secrets, who might be friends. It could be something that belongs to someone. But there's something, a closer observation could help bridge the gap. There's a closer observation and just looking at that space a bit closer if they haven't already. I don't know, when it's just a missing persons investigation, I don't know how in-depth law enforcement really goes. If they thought it was a kidnapping or an actual crime that's committed, then I believe that they do a much more thorough investigation. But from what I understand, with missing persons investigations, it's kind of not like super thorough like you would hope and you would need in these early phases of an investigation. Drugs may be an important factor in this case. I do sense that as well, so there's that. It could be the perp who may be under the influence. It could be that he consumed something that really took him out of his, strong mental faculties. And spontaneous behavior or mental illness contributed to the crime. And this is what kind of took my breath away, because now this could be speaking to the perp, of course, that they had a mental break themselves. But this is also speaking to remember the karmic collision course I keep mentioning in the earlier parts of the reading, that, him having a sense of needing to escape actually could have led to him being on this trajectory to encountering this encounter, So there's that. Strange phenomena involved. There was the dark energies card that came up, and I'm not quite sure of all the strange phenomena. I mean, there are certain strange elements to this missing person's case for sure, but it may not be so strange when all the pieces are put together. I will say that. Is there any additional information here, Spirit, that you wish to share before we wrap up the reading? We got, I'll show you in a moment. Anything else you wish to share? There's the water element. OD. I don't want to keep you all here too much longer. That's helpful. I'm way past my bedtime. Okay, I think after this the overhand shuffle, we're gonna be good. Interesting messages. Okay, so we have physical abuse or domestic violence. Someone who could have really hurt him, put a hurting on him with their either fist or some sort of weapons or something to hurt him. Maybe he also could have been subjected. And this is why I'm saying that there could be some sort of evidence or something that a witness is not disclosing of knowing. It doesn't necessarily mean that the witness is involved. It could just mean that they've seen some things happen, that even that night. We have male suspect or accomplice. So this is someone else. What's cool about this deck is that it does have other cards that could indicate that you had an accident. You may have fallen. You may have done something to yourself. Unalived yourself. There's other cards in here. So for these cards to come up, it's telling me somebody else is involved here. Because those cards didn't show up, and there's quite a few of them. That it could be natural causes, it could be you took your life, it could be you had a car accident, you fell, it could be, so they're in this deck. We have night, dark, wandering alone, secluded. That's what I keep picking up on with that dark card. I kept just kind of transporting myself. It's dark, it's darkness, he's alone, and I sense that whatever happened to him happened in the dark of night, in the thick and at the height of night. It could have even been very much soon after the phone was found, like that early part of January even. Autumn is of significance. Perhaps, this is when he started school, and maybe when this mental stresses were was coming about, it's the mental stresses could be coming about there. It could also be that something won't break until autumn. We won't get more information. It could be that maybe he encountered someone or knew something or learned something about a situation in autumn. So autumn is of significance. Waterfalls. Waterfalls could be like the expression, you're just crying and crying. Waterfalls, tears, a lot of emotions. It could be a body of water that's involved. It could be nearby a body of water, something that's got a pretty waterfall, a place that has like a pretty little, what do you call it? Not a water, like a water fountain, something to that nature, some kind of a pretty water element. I don't know. Drugs, again, OD, something toxic to the body. An OD situation. So there's that drug element again. Drugs may be an important factor that came up. Also the herbs card. Someone needing help or needing to be saved or rescued. Maybe he thought he was going to be saved or rescued. Maybe he consumed something and thought that this person was going to actually help him when in fact they didn't. They end up doing something harmful here. Breaking and entering. Trying to get some information, trying to collect something after the fact to cover their tracks is what comes to mind. and bicycle. Maybe somebody traveling on bike or a bicycle is of importance or has clues or, I'm not quite sure how to tie this in. Sometimes cards jump and it can mean something entirely different than when we come back and look at the readings like months later. And you're like, that's what that bicycle card meant. So yeah, my friends, that's it for now. We are going to wrap this one up. I am praying very much so and very hard for Jordan to be found, safe and sound, of course. And also just praying for the strength of his loved one, his family, the people that know and love him. They need it. I mean, every day, from what I can tell, they're searching. They're out there trying to find him, trying to hang up flyers, trying to figure out what may have happened, where he went, who knows something. So let's just continue to hold them up in prayers and in our thoughts. Do me a favor on your way out. Please hit the like button. It is the easiest way to support the channel. And when you do that, it is the easiest way to raise the algorithm on this video. There's not much out there on YouTube about his case. So please do me a favor and hit the like button and also subscribe. Join the Abundant Life Tarot family. I would love it also if you are a new subscriber or even an old subscriber. Let me know you are a subscriber in the comments and drop me a message. Let me know what you think about this case. Have you heard about this case? What are your intuitive hits that come up? What comes up for you when you see these cards or when you are pondering what may have happened to Jordan? I would love to hear from you and engage in conversation with you in the comment section below. All right, my friends, I'm going to go to bed now. Have a wonderful night, a wonderful day if you're watching this during the daytime, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.